Okay, now that you've got your market research done and you've pretty much assessed the competition, you've talked to some customers, potential customers in your primary research, so you know a lot about the wants, the needs, how to reach, how they prefer to do business. You know a lot about this market. You know it better than most anyone. Now, so we know who to talk to and we know how to reach them. Now we got to figure out what to say. So it starts with an understanding of your differentiation in this marketplace, particularly with respect to your competition, but most importantly, the differentiation that matters to your customer. Now, it might surprise you to know that there are various forms of differentiation that you got to think about. It's not just, oh, my product is better kind of stuff. There's much more to it than that. So I want to take you through the various elements of differentiation. So let's start with your brand itself. Your brand. Your brand is your company name, your logo, your tagline, your color scheme, the look and feel of your site, the quality of your material, the quality of your videos, everything having to do with the imagery of your product. One form of differentiation is that your brand is outstanding versus any of the other players. You might not think that matters much, but quite frankly, in the eyes of customers, and a lot of them, they're going to look at your brand as being professional, well done, compelling. So why this matters is that your brand has to stand out or should stand out for all of your competitors. And you want your customers thinking that you really got your act together. You've got a well put together brand. It's portrayed compellingly. It delivers your message about what your company is all about. So you want to pay attention to that. Don't poo-poo brand management. It's a big deal. If you make a great first impression, it's going to give customers the further incentive to go look at what you've got in more depth. So that's brand differentiation. It's important. Pay attention. Of course, behind the brand is your products. So your products have to stand out in terms of features, function, capability, serving the needs that you said they would. Those needs are the needs of your customers. You designed the whole thing that way. If it's a service offering, it's the same concept. Your services have to be superior to your competitors in terms of the methodology that you deploy to provide your service. So product or service, you've got to stand out. You probably know what a competitive matrix is. When you list all the capabilities of your products versus your competitors, you win. You got to show that you can win. You get a bunch of yeses in the columns and they get a sporadic yes or no and are inferior, and you can demonstrate it. So your competitiveness with respect to your products and services have got to be extraordinary. If they're not, boy, it's going to be a tough hill to climb to get them further interested in what you have, because you're coming across like a Me Too offering. You don't want that. That is a tough hill to climb, and believe me, you don't want to be in that position. You got to make sure you're superior in substantial ways versus your competitors. So that's products and services. Now, strangely enough, your marketing strategy, your marketing plan, but most importantly, what is visible of it to your customers makes a difference too. You could be viewed as a very boring company if you've got boring marketing. If you've got exciting, compelling, well thought out messages that are right on, that certainly describe the need that they have and how you're going to fulfill it and why it's going to be great when you do. If that comes across on your website and all of your other marketing information, you're going to be differentiated from others who don't do such a great job. You want to be known as a great marketing company. And you get that way by doing great marketing. Don't do sloppy marketing. Don't do marketing as kind of a must. I got to do this and I really don't want to and I don't know much about it. Well, find out about it. Get people to help you with it. Do this really, really well. On the tails of marketing is differentiation in sales. And what that means is you get the right price, You've got the right discounts, you've got the right rewards, if there are such a things for your products and services. But you've got great people doing the selling. That is, that when your salesperson shows up, or when you have the phone call with your salesperson, however you're selling, or whether you've got an e-commerce site and you're selling products online, the manner in which it's done is efficient, crisp, clear, easy to perform. Their questions get answered readily. Everything about the sales process says really professional company. You want to have that reputation. You want people saying on the street, their sales guys are great. Boy, was that e-commerce site easy to follow. I was there 3 minutes, I understood it, and I bought. You want to have those kinds of things being said about you. So that's sales. It's a big differentiator as well. Next is, once they bought it, you should be viewed as a company that really supports their customers thoroughly. That is, you've got great content, it probably is going to be on your website or associated with your website. Prior to any people talking to people on the telephone or answering chat and emails, you're going to have really solid information, a lot of it in video form, where you're helping your customers understanding what they bought, how to install it, how to use it, answering the typical questions that they might have about the product and how it performs. When all else fails and all of this information you've provided to them, they need to contact you. The contact is immediate, it's supportive, crisp, clear, no confusion. You've got a structure of individuals that can answer their questions and handle their problems. You want your customers leaving your support organization say, man, 5 stars to them. They knew exactly what was going wrong. They fixed it, and I was back up and running, or I made further progress, whatever the case may be, in a matter of minutes. Great people. That's what you want to have said about your support organization. Now, this next one is hardly anybody thinks of this one. But I think listening is a big differentiator. You want to be known as a company that listens to their customers, listening to their feedback, perhaps more importantly, responding to their feedback with really great answers after you've listened, particularly with empathy. If you get people calling up and they've got a complaint, you're listening until you understand. You want it said of you out there on the street where people talk about your company that I called them or I contacted them. They listened to what I had to say, they understood, and here's what they did about it. And it only took several minutes, and it was clear and was well done. I'm happy about working with them. This is a company that listens to their customers. That's a great thing to have been said about you. You want it that way. So I hope this has helped you understand that the breadth of differentiation is pretty wide, pretty deep too. You've got to really do well at this. This is what makes the difference between winners and losers, or winners and also-rans. So make sure that all of your major points of differentiation become clear, implemented, and that your customers are being served well through your differentiation in all of these ways. And with that, also have a good day.